Hi YouTube, thanks for joining me and welcome to Sandy's Losing It. Okay, this morning I took the dog to the dog park and we had a big walk around. Thanks to Zena, and Zena told me dogs need to sniff 52 different things a day to be happy. So before I went to the gym, I took one doggo, we've got two, to the park, and he sniffed and sniffed. I let him walk around the big park, which is over the road from the gym. It was lovely. I think I'll go earlier, but it was a great thing to do. I really want to get that into my daily schedule. It's a really good thing for me and Doggo. This evening I'll either take both of them or take the other one on his own, depending on who can help him and whatnot. So yay, that was a good thing. Then I did half an hour on the bike again. I was going to go for a swim but changed my mind because the whole getting wet thing, I'd already done enough exercise. I want to get on with my day. So I still have a little bit of processing that way. I think it wasn't so much getting wet as so much as I wasn't properly set up to get out of the pool and then get dog. Like, I didn't want to be dripping wet trying to wrangle a dog. So, I need to still kind of coordinate that, what to take, so that's easy. So that's all just still a work in progress. But nevertheless, I'd lost, from yesterday, I'd actually lost weight, probably not quite a kilogram, but the weight that the weigh-in the day before on the 2nd was a bit skew-iff because the evening of the 1st I had a few, like 3 drinks, and that's 3 more than I normally have. So I think I was just dehydrated and retaining water and whatnot. So I'm not really paying much attention to weight up and down, but it was good that it's going down rather than going up, which is what we don't want, because Sandy's losing it, Sandy's not gaining it. Anyway, back to organisation. Thanks for your feedback yesterday about the stuff behind me looking exactly the same, and I'm glad you found that amusing, because I mean, if you find this funny, that is awesome to me, and please keep watching, because this is being a real fun thing for me to do, but it's really keeping me focused. And so that feedback was great and made me really have a look at it this morning, and I want to explain to you a few of the things that I came up with from your feedback. So you may have seen a pile of these presents in one of the shelves, and these are I had this idea that maybe I'd when I found little kind of op shoppy cool little secondhand gadgets, I would gift wrap them and have a prize box for my students, because I'm teaching a year 7 class this year. But I mean, you never can tell with year 7s, and you don't want that to become something that's a generous natured idea to become an actual issue. So if somebody gets something kind of random like this, make the money disappear money box, which is awesome, but and they think that's great, but then the next person gets this moon shaped light lamp, and they don't think that's great, and then someone's having a hissy fit, and like, honestly, I've seen kids cry and get upset about the thing. So I think the idea is right, and Marie Kondo says, keep what helps you be the person you want to take with you into the future. And I do want to be generous with my students into the future, but I want it to be more a balanced kind of playing field. So I want them to expect and to receive the same kind of gifts. If I decide to go ahead with the gifts, I think I will, for their birthdays. So that there's no favoritism. No one's getting any junk. No one's getting a filler because I ran out of cool presents, or no one's getting something they just don't want. They know what to expect. It's something sweet and maybe useful, or it's. I just think it's more balanced that way, and I don't just want to be a generous teacher. I want to be a fair and predictable teacher, because young people like predictability, and they love getting, at school, any dirty old sausage in a piece of bread tastes better than at home, or any water ice block that costs nothing tastes better at school than at home. also it's not difficult to reward kids with things that they really appreciate, but I think having that equilibrium between them is probably how I want to take it forward. So I like this idea. I don't have any like 8-year-olds in my life at the moment who may really appreciate these things. This is a great little horsey 3D puzzle. They're great things. I had fun with them, and so I'm going to re-gift them back to the op shop. Now the other thing is this whole Zumba kit, and I mean I don't mind buying things from the op shop on a whim because money goes to a good cause, and it seems to be a complete set with weights and everything, and it was $12, which is, you know, kind of a lot of money. But I'm broken. I have a sore hip, and I don't know. I'm looking at it again, thinking, gee, I really would love to use that. It's got all the DVDs. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a go today before I donate it back. But that's going to go back to the op shop too. Probably. I might give it a go. I might record myself. That'd be funny. I'll do that. Okay, so that was one of the shelves. That was my kind of things to do. Other things in that shelf were things that are going back to my desk at school, which at the moment has very little on it because I did a massive, not really Kumari cull on it, but very tidy up. It's got 2 boxes and that's it, which is great. But I think my big thing now is keeping old stationery. There's a supply cupboard up at the back of my staff room. All those old books, they can all go out there because if I'm not going to use it, if I need them, they'll be there, or someone else will have used them, and that's fine. We can always get more notebooks where at school. So all of that stationery is going back to school. So not much stationery there. Well, I mean books and papers and things. And okay, let me show you the next thing. Well, the next box that was there was this box, which is things for my own kids going back to school, and you know, notebooks. It's me getting like the 5-subject notebooks and calculators, timetables, report cards, and whatnot. So this box had that in it. Now there's only 6 things in it at the moment. I've got other things on lay-by ready to go. I don't mind the shops storing them while I pay them off after Christmas. So I thought, well, I do need this. It's a work in progress, and what I'm going to do is use my wrapping paper bag, etc., to cover this, make it look pretty so I don't hate it being on the shelves. And then I'll probably have used up all my wrapping paper except for the ribbon, so I'll have a ribbon storage stuff in the pens and pencils box, and so I will show you that tomorrow. That will be one of the projects I do today. The other thing that I put was my files, and I know it looks exactly the same to you as it did before, but I told you there wasn't much in it. This is, can you see? This is all that's in it. Now this is a daggy old filing system. I probably could get a new one or make this prettier. I've got my degrees in there, but maybe they could be on the wall. I have my car stuff, like the car lease documents and whatnot. I have dog vaccination things in there. I have home things in that folder. What's this? That's the gym membership, which is important because you never know. I guess I could scan it. I could scan that, and I could scan this, which is the computer warranty. So that's 5, 6. This is my criminal history check, which I'll tell you what it says, so there's no mystery. Found on board a vessel without lawful excuse. I was protesting the harvesting of old growth timber. A moral excuse though. No, it's stupid. It was stupid. I was given every opportunity to get off, and I was being a rebel. It was stupid. I was fined $100, and that was, you know, 1994. So old. 14, 20, 25 years ago. Okay, so Not quite a deviant, but you know, did run the gauntlet. Okay, so that's all that's in there. They could probably all be stored, but then it's just where to store them on the computer. It's something good about having a paper copy. Anyway, that was in there. Now that's going to live on my desk, which you can't see from there. Okay, the other thing that was in there, and this is going to take a lot of doing, is this big box, which is ugly. It was my grandma's. That was my grandma's sewing box, and in this big box, many other boxes. So this I'm going to go through today. I hardly use any of it. I do very little sewing. Maybe I put on a button here or there. I took the plunge and got rid of my grandma's old sewing machine recently in the big cull of 2018, and this needs to go or be repurposed. There's, you know, this tin is full of old buttons. There's more needles. So many buttons. And this does not remind me of my grandmother. I have no memory of Grandma sewing. The thing that reminds me of her is how she organised things. So she's very practical lady. So, you know, like this big safety pin is holding buttons. Like, isn't it? It's lovely. It's a lovely grandma thing. Maybe I'll keep that. Anyway, that's the thing that's sentimental. Everything else is just kind of random. These old sewing machine parts for a sewing machine no one owns anymore. You know, they're things. Or buttons. So, that's going to be one of the projects for today too. Okay, we're at 12 minutes. So thanks for your feedback. It has prompted me to do more, and that's what I was hoping from this whole channel all along. So I really, really appreciate it. Please keep watching and please keep keeping me honest. Bye.